coronavirus COVID-19 crisis, and I have renewed sympathy for the people who are being interviewed or making presentations when the clock goes off and the alarm, or the phone rings in the background, or their mother-in-law comes through the door. But I'm going to pursue this one until I get it done. And that is, what do you do when somebody's injured on the job seriously? Well, first thought is workers' comp, temporary benefits, evaluations, possible permanent benefits, Social Security, disability, and everything the government has put in place for those injuries, whether you caused your own injury or not, or whether your fellow employee caused the injury. I won't give you the history, but there were several rather insidious defenses so that employers were not responsible for their employees' injuries, and there was no workers' comp system. Well, that has changed. You may have heard of the famous Mandelitis case of 30 years ago, in which Mr. Mandelitis was forced to work without a shield on his saw, and when his hand was severed, his boss was heard to say, he can go ahead and file a workers' comp claim now. That led to a time which for lawyers was a good time, because we were free to bring such suits against employers and there was no system behind it. But then our legislature passed the deliberate intent law, and under the deliberate intent law, there has to be an OSHA violation and some egregious pattern of behavior or specific wrong that comes close to, if not exactly, is a deliberate injury. Any adult West Virginian listening to this will know the Sago mine disaster. They may know about such things in Mannington. I know my grandparents' home in Neffs, Ohio, nearby had a terrible mine disaster. We heard about the sludge pond failing at Buffalo Creek and similar things throughout our state. We're a mining state, and such disasters are part of our history. Lawyers will take those cases where they meet a certain parameter. In my case, I have developed a relationship with a firm where they will accept my cases, charge the same total percentage, share in a transparent way that percentage with me, and now the person who may have been injured in Upshur or Lewis or Barber County has an Upshur County attorney and a Kanawha County attorney. It works out well for them. It works out well for us. We've been involved in very substantial settlements, seven-figure and nearly seven-figure settlements over the decades. I like to have those cases because most of the time you're talking about a person just like the person that's sitting in your chair on the other side of this video. Someone who wants to go to work, support their family, not cause trouble, and be able to work a good long career and then retire with some security. That can be all shattered because of a careless employer who makes you do something that you don't do. You haven't been able quite to resist it, or maybe even the employer has set something up that you didn't know about that causes your injury. And maybe it doesn't quite reach that level, but the lawyer helps you discover that there's another company working on the site and it was their defective vehicle, their negligent employee who caused you the injury. That's not covered by workers' comp. That's not covered by deliberate intent. That's a good old-fashioned personal injury claim. These things can be done with contingent fees that don't charge a penny. To you, the fee comes out of the settlement or the judgment. It can take a year or two or longer to get it settled. You have a statute of limitations on these things, and after that deadline, you've got no claim. And you don't know the law here any more than I know how to operate your dump truck or your rig. So give us a call. We'll help you find the right attorney. We'll do the initial interview and help you put your story together in a way that'll be attractive to them. You'll benefit, and I admit we will too. but we're in the business to help you and make a living.